رايحين على بيكنيك مع
أنا
العيلة.
بعمل الانترو. Today we're going to a picnic with the family.
And I am sick again.
Me too.
The world is just cruel. Didn't give us a moment to rest.
قطة مناقيش.
لا مناقيش فكرت
بيتزا.
بيتزا ومناقيش.
كمان. No. It's
Let me see you do it. هتنزل بالميزة؟
ايه؟
هتنزل بالميزة يعني؟
ايه
قول هلا قول.
نعمل بيتزا مناقيش. بيتزا صغار. Okay, how has May been going for me? May's been going like really terribly, not gonna lie. How can one explain bad luck to this extent? I've been saying for a while that things are about to change, and you know, with this being my last summer in Lebanon, I had some high expectations for it, and the fact that it's not being met is a bit heartbreaking. Aside from that, I think this was meant to happen. A lot of the, I'm gonna say, theories about the future that I've had so far have been...
هاي سارة. جاي تاخذي صور؟
بدك أنا أخذ لك صور؟ ليه؟ لكن لشو جاية؟ أوه مثل شوب كتير. Is that a donkey? What the fuck was that sound? Most of my theories about my own future and the future of those around me seems to be coming true. It's making itself known, at least, that these were not just fears or speculations of the future, but realities that I have possibly manifested from my own anxiety and overthinking. I like to think that I don't. Oh, no, there's a horse. Someone's riding on a horse. 2 horses. Just horse riding on the streets. That's so funny. Come in. Here comes another one. Oh, there's so many horses. ليه في هالقد horses؟ ايه شفتهم. Sorry إنه إجري بوشكن. Of 3, I thought there was just 1 more, but there's 2 more. I tell myself that these are me being a realist. I think I am being one, though. I like to think, I constantly think, but I'm not always thinking with the negative. I'm also thinking about the positive when I feel like it is something that can be thought about. When I make plans, I'm expecting a positive outcome, but I always expect the worst case scenario, as well as to not give myself some, like, make my... What the fuck? How the fuck do people speak anymore? As to not give myself high hopes. And I like to believe that everything I think about because I have this desire to know so deeply what could happen, what the future is. And not just to know, but it gives me a sense of comfort to have somewhat of an idea of what's about to happen. When things go my way, it's a little bit, you know, it's nice. And even if they go the way you thought they were in a negative way, it's still somewhat reassuring to know that you're getting things right. You know what's going to happen because you've thought about it so much. Knowing that after all of that thinking and observing and cataloging information in your brain and fucking insane behavior, for it to happen how you expect it to is reassuring and comforting to me as well, because I find humans to be a little bit unpredictable, and life in general is unpredictable. We've got to deal with whatever circumstances we have, and we have to deal with those. And to give yourself some sort of idea of what would happen is reassuring and comforting in that sense. And that's why I think I'm just completely obsessed with it too. More than that, I think I'm also obsessed with understanding. I want to understand the world as much as I want someone to understand me. I look at the world and I try to understand it to try and see if I can understand myself. And it goes vice versa too. I try to understand myself so that I can understand the world. The world goes both ways on that end. To understand the world, you must observe it and understand it, but you must also do that to yourself, and you can use the information you gather from both of those things to understand the universe and existence so much better. But at the end of the day, I always think about I don't know. One thing I think I struggle with the most in terms of existing on this earth is the idea of isolation. Not physically, knowing that people will never understand you is a really sad feeling, but perhaps that's how we all feel, thinking that we'll never be understood, yearning for something to understand us. What I've been dealing with is the idea of alienation, I guess, is better than isolation. Feeling like an alien no matter what you do, trying so hard to understand how to fit in and how to be human, and then watching everyone else be human so easily. It's a sad type of place to be in. I cannot understand if this alienation of mine is purely because of who I am or a circumstance of the way that I grew up. I constantly think maybe if I didn't grow up moving around the world so often, not around the world, but moving around so often, maybe I would be more human. But then it could just be who I was meant to be. Maybe it was an inevitable part of who I am. Maybe it's something so deeply me that I can't change it. Specifically what I'm thinking about when I think of alienation. Is that a word? I don't know. Well, it comes in two different forms. I think mainly when it comes to arguments or fights. I think so much about how the other person thinks and feels, and I'm so focused on a completely different aspect of arguments than the average human would be concerned about. I think humans usually want to argue. I guess it depends on the human. Some want to argue to feel better about themselves, prove they were right. Others argue to I don't know, I'm gonna think of a different way to say it, to like their anger and their emotions on something that has nothing to do with what they're actually possibly mad about. I like to argue to understand, so we can get to a point where we can both understand each other, and so often the other human does not want to do that either. So I am left feeling a little like, what the fuck? And the thing is, like, they want to end it, and I'm like, no, we can't end it like this. Like, we have to get to a conclusion. We don't have a solution. We just yelled. That's not good enough for me. I want us to understand each other, understand why we feel the way that we do. The sun's frying me though. I'm like fucking sweating at this point. I would like to understand the world and the people living within it a little better. Perhaps I'll never be able to. Not at least in the extent I want. I don't know. I'm feeling a little out of it right now. I can't really breathe very well. So I'll end it here for now. Until more thoughts. Thank you for listening.